What's going on, guys? Alex here with 814 EDC, and as you guys can tell, I am outside. I got a quick little unboxing to do for you guys today. I'm currently taking my girl Lucy here on some loops around the property, and I saw the mail person stop by, so I was like, okay, take her on a loop, stop down and get the mail, come back up, drop the mail off, continue on our loops. But there's a package in the mail for me today, and I don't know what this is. This is coming from a Chris on the other side of Pennsylvania. And the only thing that I could think of as being is one of the new Giant Mouse, I believe they're Ateliers, the new baby grands. Kevin, he got 2 in, I think, and he's doing a pass-around group with, I think he is putting the milled titanium one in. He got that in the green micarta version, and he started a pass-around group, and that's the only thing that I could think of me getting, because all the other pass-around groups that I'm in, I am, a few guys away. But with this one, I was the first one to get on and, join the list. So I was the first one to get the knife. And it's the only knife that I could think of me getting. But I don't know who this Chris is. I don't know if he's a buddy of Kevin's, and I'm just getting the knife after him. I'm not totally sure, but we're going to break into it, and we're going to find out exactly what it is. The unboxing knife today is the Vosti Nightshade TH. I'm absolutely loving this knife. Probably one of the best budget knives of the year so far. Just fantastic action, fantastic ergos, and a fantastic, blade shape, just with all this belly nice and thin. I've had this for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. So my full review will be coming on this knife probably next week if I get around to busting out some videos for you guys. But that's what I'm carrying today. We're going to break into this packaging. It's a little chilly out today. We had a beautiful, I think it was a Wednesday and a Thursday this week. It was like mid-60s one day, and then I think it almost touched 80 on Wednesday. It was beautiful. It really made me, anxious for summer. But now we're back down to kind of chilly, mid-40s, almost 50 weather for Easter weekend. But I looked ahead at the next week, and we're supposed to get like 80 degrees like 3 days. So I'm really, really excited for that. I just really can't wait for summer to get here. I'm just over the chilliness and the cold, especially I've been, working outside. I'm still roofing. So I've been working outside every day, and cold mornings are just a pain in the butt. So I'm just ready for summer, but breaking into this. All right. So I was right. It is one of the new Giant Mouses. And like I said, Kevin must have, I don't know if Chris is one of Kevin's buddies or how it, worked out to be like that, but I was correct. Trying to get it out of all this bubble wrap. It was nicely packaged up. Got some Lefty swag. Got Kevin's new logo, which is cool. I have not had any of these new stickers in yet, but he got a new logo recently. And of course, a classic dead nut sticker. Can never have too many of those. Put those back in there. And then here is the Giant Mouse box. So it is, of course, still part of their Ace line, but this is the Atelier. It is in titanium, so I was correct about that as well. Pretty plain Jane box. Very similar to when I unboxed my full-size Grand that I had in a couple months ago that I did sell. Probably been a month or two since I sold that, but comes in a nice Giant Mouse cloth. And then of course we have the Giant Mouse little card of information. Congratulations on your forgot that I didn't drop that, but you guys can pause that and read it if you want. And here is the knife, guys. Right away, my camera will focus. I really like the milling pattern that is done on here. You, of course, have a brass backspacer. That's kind of Giant Mouse's calling card. They put a lot of those in there. I could do without them. I think it would kind of takes the monotone grayness and plain color away of the knife, overall aesthetic, but it is what it is. Of course, a loop over style deep carry wire clip. Fires right out of there. Really good in hand, great ergonomics. It is an LMAX, of course, Ace. Nice satin grind. Of course, it's a liner lock. Like I said, I did have a full-size Grand in the collection earlier. I like the knife. You know, I had it for a couple months. I had specifically the M390 and Red Micarta with the PVD coated blade and hardware. I really like the knife. I just didn't carry it. It was a little bit, I don't know, just out of there for me. I didn't, you know, I liked it, but I didn't love it. But when I saw these come out, I was really tempted to buy one just because this size around a 3-inch blade works a little bit better for me personally. And I almost did, but I saw Kevin say how he was going to put put this one in the passaround group. So I was glad enough to check this out. My hands are a little cold, so it is a little bit slippery. But of course, I just pulled it out of the mailbox and it is like 44 outside or something like that. So it's not exactly warm, but the ergos are much better. I can still get 4 fingers on there. I can kind of use this choke up point for ergonomic pleasure. You do have this little poon area up here with the jimping that Vox likes to do. The detent is fantastic. And it's still an issue. The one thing that I did not like about the Grand line and now the 8-liter line is I just wish they would give you more lock bar cutout or lock bar access, because you really just have to like shove your thumb up in there. You're either shoving the corner of your nail up in there or like the meat of your thumb kind of. But fires out of there. Smooth action. I think Kevin put ceramics in here. He didn't put skiffs, but he did upgrade them to ceramics from the standard, I think, brass bearings. But it's great action. It just really is cumbersome to use your thumb. After a while, it really eats it up, but, you know, has no lock stick. The Grand that I had developed lock stick, and I could not get rid of it. But, yeah, thumb flick works well. Middle finger flick works well. And you can, of course, slow roll it. But yeah, really good size. I much prefer probably this size over the full-size Grand. You guys know me. I tend to prefer, you know, smaller to mid-range knives. And this just is, you know, more at home with me. So maybe in the future, I do really like the titanium they come out with, but maybe in the future, if they come out with another, you know, a mini Red Micarta version, basically the version that I had in the full-size Grand and the baby Grand, I might pick one up again. But, you know, it's just taking me back to the, you know, the annoyance of having to dig your nail in the lock bar and to, you know, close the knife. I think Kevin said on one of his videos, maybe because he is keeping this one, he might try to get someone to mill away a little bit of the scale to make it much more accessible. And I think that would be awesome. Maybe kind of a one-off, you know, mod for Kevin, but it would make it much easier to use, much more pleasant to operate. Because really the action that Kevin, you know, of course he's taken it apart. He's dialed it up. He's tuned it to be up to his standards. It's fantastic. It's really good. You know, thumb flick's great. Middle finger flick is great. Ergos are great. So this is all around a really, really good knife. I really like it right out of the box. It's just that lock bar access is really kind of annoying, but fantastic size. I'm glad to have this in. Thank you, Kevin, for adding this to the Lefty passaround group, as we like to call it. Again, would not get to check out a lot of dope knives if it was not for Kevin. So I'm pretty excited for it, and I'm going to get to carrying it. This might be my Easter carry, kind of a nice little classy knife. So we'll see. But yeah, so I'm going to wrap this up, guys. Let me know down below, are you guys fans of Giant Mouse? You know, what are your thoughts on the Baby Grand or the 8-liter? Atelier, 8-liter. Baby Grand is better because it is basically a Baby Grand. But let me know down below, did you guys pick any of these up? Were you kind of like me? Were you kind of intrigued by it, but you held off? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. But yeah, so again, Kevin, thank you so much for loaning this bad boy out. And as always, I will leave a link to Giant Mouse's website in the description down below, specifically to the titanium version, if they're still in stock. If not, I'll try to find what other versions they have in stock and link that as well. But that'll be linked. Blue Creek Knives will be linked, and Barnes Craft Designs will be linked. Use code 814EDC for 10% off of your purchase at Blue Creek Knives and 15% off of your purchase at Barnes Craft Designs. It helps you, helps me, it helps Brian, it helps Holden. It is a win-win-win. But I'm going to wrap this up, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Easter weekend. And if you're watching this in the morning, in the night, mid-afternoon, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.